I don't actually know what to say in this video. I haven't talked to you guys in way too long. And that's partially my fault. I've folded under the pressure. The car, it's a lot, man. It's not been a lot of building lately. It's been more focusing on ending school, which I'm done now. I'm finished. So hopefully I'll have more time for this. I officially cannot promise anything anymore, but I just wanted to show you guys where I am right now. It's probably not a lot compared to the time I've been gone. So first of all, in the previous episode, it was a different car. I've stopped with the BMW and tried to move on to a bit older car with simpler systems, less gears, and just a more reliable, generally less complex, because the BMW, it had a lot of features that I knew I can't build in this game, bruh. So a lot of things need to be simplified, and thus you choose a simpler car. I've instead started building a Citroen van, but the older types. The types you see selling ice cream on the side of the road, on those stupid food trucks. Literally every food truck is one of those Citroen classic vans. I still don't have a differential, because in this game, if you don't have gears, don't expect nothing crazy, okay? Don't expect wheels to do the job of gears. Wheels are way too slippery. They don't have enough friction to be the same as gears. I'm not here to say the obvious. I'm here to show you guys what I've done. So I think today we're gonna start off by showing the gearbox. The gearbox and the engine. The engine is basically the same as the previous engine, but with less cylinders, and yeah, you guys haven't seen the engine even. I can show you guys the BMW engine because we're past that point. We're past the BMW. Alright, here's the BMW. It's been a long time. 6-cylinder logic setup. How on earth did I think that I could make it? Freaking 6-link rear suspension. The Citroen has a solid axle and it's so much simpler. It's basically a shaft with 2 pieces of spring. You guys have not seen this before. Where's the switch? There you are. Oh boy, I think I was in the middle of retiming the engine so it doesn't run, but you can see it. You can see the concept. It's a crucial part of the car, and I didn't even get to build it last episode, I don't think. I just did the suspension, which was enough in itself, in the chassis. And yes, I did have steering on this, and the steering is butt. Sucks butt. Who would figure that when you add a heavy 6-cylinder engine on a really light steering system, the system fails and you need to improve it, and this improvement wasn't enough of an improvement and it just turned into a problem. On the newer van, I replaced the suspension with just the wheel joints. They have suspension and steering built in, and I swear I'm not using the engine feature. Here, you guys can see the engine run in all its glory and pride. And yeah, you can drive on the motor that I ran the test for, and you can steer too. Here you can see the problem with the steering. It's weak. The vehicle right now with all the bearings, it's too complex, but it's not even that complex. We need a gearbox and a CV axle and drivetrain. Wheels are a key part and they need to be straight, not wobbly. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this because I've kind of built everything. This car drives right now. It's in the driving state. The previous design, which is the engine. Here you can also see I've tried to build like a stopping system, because the problem with this engine is that it runs both directions. There isn't like physical intakes and exhausts, there's more like a threshold where the sliders activate and deactivate. When the load starts being too much, the engine just goes in the reverse. I still need to figure out some stuff with reliability and stuff like that. If it's a neutral, I can show you how it runs. I've picked a really low RPM. There's no clutch, you can't softly release the clutch, you just have to slam it into first gear and hold the throttle. Now I've kinda already made a video about how these engines work, you can watch that up in the corner.
Click on that video to see how this engine really works.
It's actually kind of accurate to the video too. By the way guys, if you're building in Brickadia, use micro bricks, they're so cool. Here's the gearbox. Yep. And you want to see something even more crazy? Here's the logic for the gearbox. If you're wondering how I did this, it was gradually, slowly, painstakingly, with these small gaps, but it wasn't invisible. I made everything invisible afterwards and it looks like you can't even operate here. But trust me, when it's visible, it's a lot easier. Here's the logic and a simple demo. Right. Yeah, I haven't even told you guys, but I use the wheels. Like I did in the differential, the wheels have a gripping power and they can affect each other's physics. They can transfer motion. The bottom shaft is where the engine drives and where the clutch usually would be, but this gearbox does not need a clutch. Just selecting the gears one by one, instead of physically shifting into gear using synchronizers and physical gears. The way it works is by using the bearing lock feature combined with the torque setting on the bearings. Allows you to basically lock and unlock the bearings on command. It's basically a clutch on each gear. Okay, if you select first gear, the first wheel engages and the whole top shaft is engaged. If second gear is selected, the two first wheels are engaged and the two last top contact points are engaged. The first wheel stays engaged because we need to drive the power from the first wheel to the second wheel. And we deselect the contact point above the first wheel so it doesn't actually affect the driving. So on and so forth for the last gear. The whole shaft is engaged to drive the power, but only the last contact point is engaged. Either way, the reason why there's a bunch of logic is because whenever you select a gear, you need the right combination to be selected and the previous gear to be deselected. All that logic is a toggle system. And yeah, so it's a combination of finding the right toggles and deselecting the previous toggles. And I think you guys can understand why that becomes a lot of logic. It's a long time ago since I built this logic setup, so I can't really explain what each set of logic does, but man, use your creativity, just figure it out. I managed to figure it out, you can too. My main tip for building logic like this, especially when you're at it for many hours, is to take breaks and just think about what you've done and how this works, because just having different perspectives really helps. Just having somebody else give you input too really helps. I know it's probably hard to find people who understand logic, which brings me to the next point, the last point of this video. Join the Discord. The comments made me aware that there's not a lot of ways to contact me. So I decided to make a Discord server to allow all of you to chat with each other and with me, and just we have created sort of a niche community, and why not just make it easier to communicate? I don't see why not. I'm not gonna plug this server a lot, just there's a QR code on the screen, you can scan that, or you can go to the channel description, there's a link there, and guys, be nice. I'm yapping a lot, but a lot of these videos are just yapping. If you guys want me to play a different game, I have lots of other games that are more entertaining than Brickadia. I can go into public servers on Brickadia, I can do a lot of stuff, just give me ideas in the comments, dude. While you're waiting for the next episode to come out, If you haven't, you can catch yourself up on the other episodes that I've made. Pretty sure they're on the screen right now. So just press those and you can watch my other stuff. That's